Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
The horrible injustice of the not guilty verdict in the Kate Steinle's case is rocking the nation, and the man behind the killer's defense, attorney Matt Gonzalez, couldn't wait to get on live TV immediately after the verdict and bash President Donald Trump. As Kate's family was trying to leave the San Francisco courthouse, Gonzalez was grabbing the mic and started politicizing the verdict. You'll be livid over his sick secret that just got exposed. Attorney Matt Gonzalez is a hardcore leftist who was assigned to represent Jose Inez Garcia's R8, the illegal alien who was deported multiple times and was awaiting yet another deportation at the time he shot Steinle. So, how was R8 walking around free in San Francisco after he was in the custody of the San Francisco Sheriff's Department? Before the shooting, the San Francisco Sheriff's Department had released him from jail despite a federal immigration request to detain him for deportation. San Francisco's sanctuary city law limits cooperation with U.S. immigration authorities, reports USA Today. Who was the sheriff of San Francisco, who decided to look the other way and let R8 go free before the ICE agents could take custody of him? His name is Ross Mercarini, and as the sheriff at the time of Steinle's murder, he has been under fire for letting R8 walk away when ICE was coming to deport him. Sheriff Ross Mercarini has some explaining to do. President Donald Trump was all over this case, as were patriotic Americans who are demanding answers as to why this guy was walking around free, and for his own self-preservation, former Sheriff Mercarini knew it was imperative to get a not guilty verdict. So, is it any coincidence that his best friend, attorney Matt Gonzalez, was assigned the case? That's right, Mercarini and Gonzalez are best buddies. The San Francisco Chronicle reports, the path that has brought him, attorney Matt Gonzalez, to center stage in the Garcia's R8 case has often intersected with that of Mercarini, another player in the drama. The report adds, the two first met in 1999 when Mercarini managed Hallinen's re-election campaign against Gonzalez. Mercarini later ran Gonzalez's 2003 campaign for mayor, then succeeded Gonzalez as the district's supervisor in 2005, a position he held until he was elected sheriff in 2011. Gonzalez left the Democratic Party in 2003 and registered with the California Green Party, which Mercarini had helped to found in 1990. Ross Mercarini is no lawman. He started out as a leftist politician who turned out as a county supervisor and decided to run for sheriff. He had no business being in charge of the San Francisco Sheriff's Department, but as a guy with the right connections, he made sure, with the help of his good buddy attorney Matt Gonzalez, that his part in Steinle's murder would be swept under the rug. Ross Mercarini has a long history of run-ins with the law. That's how crazy it is that this guy was actually the sheriff of San Francisco. On January 13, 2012, Mercarini was charged with domestic violence battery, child endangerment, and dissuading a witness, his wife. He beat up his wife, then got her to drop the charges. The liberal loser even had his own driver's license revoked while he served as sheriff. Gonzalez is a leftist loony who ran as Green Party's Ralph Nader's vice presidential candidate in 2008. He is part of the San Francisco swamp represented by Nancy Pelosi. The sick secret is the political maneuvering that went on behind the scenes by Mercarini, making sure his good friend Gonzalez was assigned this case. Gonzalez made sure the jury heard nothing of R8's record and defended his friend Mercarini's criminal act of letting this illegal alien go when he knew full well ICE was en route to pick him up. Then, we have attorney Gonzalez's sick presser, politicizing the murder of an American citizen after the verdict. For those who might be critical of this verdict, there are a number of people that have commented on this case in the last couple of years: the Attorney General of the United States, the President and Vice President of the United States. Let me just remind them that they themselves are under investigation by a special prosecutor in Washington, D.C., Gonzalez said outside court, reports the San Francisco Gate. Kate Steinle and her family never had a chance where justice is concerned. The sheriff at the time of her murder is a corrupt politician who had zero law enforcement experience. He used his post as sheriff to let illegal aliens go, and it was a cause he was proud of, along with his cohort who loved championing sanctuary cities, attorney Matt Gonzalez. Kate Steinle wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing about her murder was an accident. She is a victim of the sick leftists, McCarthy, who swore to protect illegals, and Kate's representative, Nancy Pelosi, who has championed illegals and sanctuary cities for years. They care nothing about protecting American citizens. Matt Gonzalez was brought on to protect McCarthy and Pelosi, to make sure a murderer walked free. Kate Steinle's death and the corruption in the trial that followed was all orchestrated by hardcore leftists. They have blood on their hands, as Gonzalez blathers on about justice and President Trump. It's time Attorney Jeff Sessions pursue federal charges against Jose Inés Garcia Zarate, and he better do it fast before those rats in San Francisco let him get away again. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.